Welcome to Cocktails to Die For.
It's Katie.
And Vicky.
And today we will be discussing some very famous urban legends, and hopefully I'll be giving you some good information that you don't know about. But to start the show off, like always, we're going to discuss our cocktail that matches our story. So I am doing, I guess you could call it a demon juice. It's a concoction I made. I like it. It's purple. It is tequila, peach schnapps. I did Sprit in this. This is new. And a berry acai.
That shit's strong. It's delicious, but very strong. Very delicious. I like it. But that tequila hits.
I don't think it's that strong. She has problems.
Okay, first of all, I just don't drink tequila, so that's why.
I love a tequila. You'll learn that over time.
Tequila.
Love a tequila. My husband knows too. Shout out to my hubby. But yes, it's very good. So tequila, do like a shot of it. Do a shot of peach schnapps. And then typically when I make this, I just do a water with acai flavor. I have an energy pack that I get from Walmart for like $2. I should be their spokesperson. Mix it all up. It's really good. This one has a little Sprite in it to give it a little bit of fizz. But yeah, so that is our demon juice. So, speaking of demons, the first urban legend we're going to talk about is the Jersey Devil.
Oh, please. We didn't do our disclaimer.
What's our disclaimer?
Our disclaimer is that this podcast is not appropriate for children.
It's not. They could learn a few things from it, but I say fuck a lot, so don't let them listen to it.
Yeah.
They're going to have a cursing problem at the end. We are goofy. We are silly. We are going to make inappropriate jokes. Do not take offense, please. Nothing we say is serious.
I mean, and if you do take offense and you want to troll us on the interwebs,
don't listen.
Do you?
Yeah. We'll ignore you. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Good?
I'm good.
All right.
Just want to make sure people knew that they needed to be at least 21 to be drinking our drinks.
Yes. I don't condone underage drinking. It's not good for anyone. Also, don't drink all the time, I feel like. But you do you. Anyway. We are talking about, drumroll please, the Jersey Devil. So, we are East Coast bound. So all my things are pretty much from the East Coast. I'm going to do a lot based in Delaware. I wanted to start with the Jersey Devil because obviously he's from New Jersey. But I feel like he's just a very famous one for the area.
I honestly don't know anything about this.
You don't know?
I don't know a ton about cryptids. I love listening to it on other people's podcasts. But I love cryptids. I'm not I just don't know. I don't know a ton about the things in our area because I'm not out here researching it.
I do.
Sorry.
So what do you remember growing up and hearing about the Jersey Devil? No.
Why would I don't live in Jersey. Why would I hear about the Jersey Devil?
So let's go back to a time when I was in 4th grade. You will not know my age. Sorry, people.
I mean, it wasn't really that long ago, I feel like.
It was fairly long ago. And I remember being at my babysitter's house, and for whatever reason, she would let us watch, it was a home daycare, and she let us watch, after school things on Nickelodeon. And one of them, I tried to research it, and I couldn't find it. It's not Are You Afraid of the Dark, but it was something along the lines of that, and they would go over, I remember they did, the Catacombs of Paris and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah,
so very appropriate for me to watch as a 4th grader.
Yeah, she sounded like she was a good time.
She was. We're not going to name her.
Babysitters be wild.
They are. So, I very vividly remember the episode of the Jersey Devil, and since then, I have been obsessed.
Okay, fair enough.
And also terrified. I, to this day, don't laugh at me, but you will, and you're all going to think I'm silly. When I drive, or I should say my husband drives, and I'm the passenger princess, as he is driving.
Okay, boo.
I always, if we're going through Jersey, look through the woods to see if I may spot him one day. Because I wholeheartedly believe that he is out there. And I will see him one day. So, if any of you listening...
Also very wild, but okay.
At the end of this, have any encounters with the Jersey Devil, and you're from the East Coast, please let us know about it.
Yes. Oh, our email is cocktails, with an S, to die for, T-O, die, D-I-E, for, F-O-R, all one word, at gmail.com. I'll post it in the description. But if any listeners have tales of anything, like some wild shit y'all went through. If you know a murderer, you want us to research a murderer, you want us to research some paranormal stuff, please let us know. We're always looking for more information to find. And yeah, we want to hear about it, and we could put your story on the pod if you want us to put it on the pod.
We can acknowledge you.
Yeah, we'll give you a shout out. We might even get into listener tales if we have enough. Like, we might do an episode of just listener tales if we have enough. So just write up your little story and send it our way.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so back to me, because I'm important.
You are important.
The Jersey Devil. So, he is actually the only country's demon, which I think is crazy that we have a living demon on the East Coast.
Wild.
Name the Jersey Devil. I'm going to say that 85 more times in this episode. But there are many, many different theories as to how he came about. What I think is really cool is he dates back to the 1700s. So the one story that when I was researching, because of course you're going to find a bunch of different ones, but the one that was very consistent was this woman named Deborah Smith, who immigrated from England in the 1700s, married a gentleman named Mr. Leeds. The Leeds family lived in the area of New Jersey Pine Barrens, Leeds Point, Galloway Township, and Atlantic County, apparently, is what this makes up. So Miss Leeds had given birth to 12 beautiful children.
Holy shit.
Well, they didn't have birth control back then, and they were just fucking... What else are you going to do in the 1700s?
I don't know, man, but I got 2.
Could you imagine? And they were, like, skinny back then. Well, what I see on TV, they were skinny little bitches.
They were not skinny bitches back then. Well, actually, I lie. I don't know, because personally, I wasn't in the 1700s. However,
anyone who was, please let us know.
Yeah. But, however, probably because they were starving. In order to feed 12 children, like, unless she was a wealthy woman, they were eating, like, fucking pine cones and stuff.
I'm going to say they were not wealthy. I don't know, though. So, she was giving birth to her 13th child. Lucky 13.
God, no, ma'am.
So, apparently, the story goes that Miss Leeds invoked the devil during a very difficult and painful labor. And when the baby was born, it either immediately or soon afterwards, again, depends on the version of the story, grew into a full-grown devil and escaped from the home.
Wild!
She birthed a devil.
Okay, fair enough. How does one invoke the devil while giving birth? Like, I just have questions. Did she say, like, "Dear Satan, come for my baby, take it away"?
You know, if I had my witch altering kit, or Jesus, not altering, witch alter kit, maybe we could experiment with this. I don't have that on hand. You won't let me bring it.
No, I won't, because we're not invoking the weird-ass spirits up in here. I like my home spirit-free, ma'am.
I'll sage it. It's fine. No, she said, so another version of the story says that when she found out she was pregnant with her 13th child, she said if she were to have one more child, may it be the devil. The other parts of the story say, like, during her labor...
Why? Why would you want the devil?
She shouts, "May it be the devil."
But why would you want the devil?
We don't know.
Like, more like, please let it be Jesus.
No.
Because I want it to be calm and chill and not cause me problems. No. Devil, here, like...
I will say not to get into my labor stories, because they're lengthy. But on my last one...
Jesus, take the wheel.
My husband said it looked as though someone was performing an exorcist on me. There were no drugs involved in this labor. That was by mistake. It happened too fast.
For reals.
I never once invoked the devil.
No,
I cursed at my husband quite a bit.
But you got them redheads, so they already the devil.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to offend the gingers.
They're not the devil. She loves my children very much.
I do. I don't want to offend the gingers. It was a joke.
Please.
It was. Don't stone me.
We might. So another theory is that the 1700s were huge with witchcraft and the witch trials. So anyone or any person born with any type of deformity back then were said to be children of Satan.
Okay, fair
so
enough.
He could have just been a kid that had some genetic syndrome that they knew nothing about. So they labeled this child back in the 1700s.
Was he literally a child, or did he just die? Like, that could have been, like, because if you said he, like, ran away,
yeah,
like, and fled the home.
So we don't know. Some say he still lives there. That's why he's the Jersey Devil.
First of all, this was the 1700s.
He's a demon. He's the only demon.
Even if he was deformed.
Demons don't die. Okay? So.
Getting my logics up in here.
There's no logic involved in urban legends.
I get it. Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
All logic out the window.
Okay, fair enough.
So that is the lovely theory of the Jersey Devil. Now, since then, there have been several sightings.
Okay, fair.
The last sighting was back in 2015.
Holy moly.
Yeah, so we haven't seen him in quite some time. But we will go ahead and discuss the 13th child is another name for him.
Is that his picture?
That is his picture. I guess let's back up. Let's describe him for a little bit.
Link that shit on the pod.
You should. So, the Jersey Devil is said to be a figure that has a goat-type body with wings, a neck kind of like a horse, with a dog face. Why that is terrifying, I don't know. That's what he is.
He's got tiny little legs like a T-Rex.
So I remember when I grew up and on this, Are You Afraid of the Dark episode or whatever it was called, it was said that the Jersey Devil stopped. There's always a story that he stops people while driving on the highway.
Right. Okay.
And they were approached by something very tall, very large.
Okay.
However, this doesn't look very large or tall. It honestly doesn't even look scary.
No, that picture doesn't give it its true scary mythological justice.
Correct. So, not really sure where we got that this guy was this tall, scary thing that was going to attack you, but that's what we got.
Fair enough, because that looks like,
like a centaur.
I guess, but also, like, it's got weird wings and probably just flows away like a bat.
Bye-bye. Okay, so one of the first reported Jersey Devil sightings was in 1812. Joseph Bonaparte. Don't know if I said that right.
It's just Bonaparte. Like Napoleon.
It's Napoleon's older brother. Bonaparte. Thank you.
What? You don't know history either. Okay, fair enough.
There's lots of things we don't know.
Katie. We're learning lots of things today.
So he claimed he saw the Jersey Devil while hunting near his Bordentown estate. Sightings occurred that the legend grew, fueled by animal attacks, strange footprints. Reports were filed by eyewitnesses who supposedly encountered this beastly guy. Again, he doesn't look very beastly, and you'll see on our podcast. Then the Jersey Devil's fame solidified itself in January of 1909, and nearly 1,000 reports came in from eyewitnesses through South Jersey. While testing cannonballs at Hanover Mills Works in the Pine Barrens, Navy Commander Stephen Decanter reportedly saw the creature and shot it.
Whoa!
The cannonball blew a hole in the devil, but it wasn't phased by the projectile.
A cannonball to it? That thing doesn't even look like its body is big enough for a cannonball to go through it. It looks very scrawny.
But you gotta remember, so this is what I'm saying. Growing up, I was told this thing was huge. And then these are the reports that people tell you. Okay. So then there's also been strange attacks where the fields were. Bloodhounds allegedly refused to follow tracks. There were attacks on animals. So there were kids that were not okay with it, and they closed some of the schools back then. Again, this was in 1909. How we have these reports, I'm not sure.
I'm not okay with it. Can they close our work?
Maybe. That would. Well, no, we gotta help the children.
I just meant for like a day. I wasn't like close it forever.
So now let's move a little bit, kind of in the past, but more from the future of that. In 1960, several residents in Mays Landing heard horrifying screams in the night. So this is a very indicative Jersey Devil thing, is there's always this very abnormal sound that comes from the woods. You can actually listen to videos of what people think are Jersey Devil noises. There was no explanation for the noise. People began to panic, as we should.
I feel like people were just being murdered out there.
Probably. Police hung flyers assuring residents that the Jersey Devil was a hoax. But a circus owner countered the appeal by offering $100,000 reward for anyone who could capture the creature. No one received that reward.
Well, first of all, circus folk.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was, what was happening. He was trying to get it and put it in a cage and charge money for people to come see it at the circus.
Yeah.
Like, like the smallest woman and the largest snake ever.
Jersey Devil.
He was going to have that Jersey Devil, and he was going to charge people $1 to see it.
He probably could have just made something up. He wasn't a very smart
That's
businessman.
You
mean it's not the world's tiniest woman?
I was going to say, have you ever seen the world's smallest horse?
Yeah.
At the Delaware State Fair.
Yeah. It's wild. I went in and I was like, what the fuck?
And also, you're looking at it from above. Of course it looks fucking small because you're on top of it. It's a fucking pony.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a tiny little miniature horse.
Did you see the one of the woman that has, like, the weird body? Is it the spider body or something? Oh. It's her head just in, like, a little cutout. It's really funny. You gotta see it next year. It's worth $1.
But they took them down this year, I thought.
I don't know.
They weren't at the fair this year. They didn't have any carnival, like, folk.
Bringing it back. Yeah. That'll be our next venture.
It's all about food now. Food and the booze. They got a beer garden and stuff now.
It's too fucking hot to drink when the fair's here.
Yeah, I roasted my bag off there. Yeah. It was very hot.
All right, we're on a tangent. Okay, so next. Now let's go to the mysterious deaths that occurred. So forest rangers are experts in the wildlife and the habitats, the woods that they patrol. But in 1980, Wharton State Forest Chief Ranger Alan McFarland saw something that both grossed him out and stumped his wild animal knowledge. It was a brutal scene on a South Jersey farm where a pack of pigs had been killed. Now, if you think of pigs getting killed, I immediately think of serial killer. There was probably a adolescent involved that murdered these pigs. That's my thought here.
Right.
Just from research of serial killers.
Were they regular pigs or were they wild pigs?
They were regular pigs. They were on a farm. Pack of pigs that had been killed. Okay. So he reported that the backs of their heads were eaten and their bodies were scratched and torn. However,
so not a wolf.
There were no tracks surrounding the bodies and no blood on the ground. So of course we say it was the Jersey Devil because he can fly away. He sucks the blood as a demon.
Okay, but so maybe someone killed them somewhere else and brought them here?
But the heads were eaten.
Okay, but they couldn't have been eaten elsewhere?
I mean, they could have been.
What if a wolf was getting onto a farmer's property and eating these pigs, and then the farmer was just dumping their bodies in the same place in the woods? I just blew a hole in that theory.
You did, but it was the Jersey Devil, okay?
Okay, fair enough. It was the Jersey Devil.
So now we have, in the late 1980s, a group of friends went camping and riding dirt bikes in the Pine Barrens. While riding down a trail about 100 yards from camp, the bikes all stalled. One said it could have had to do with the terrain or the nearby power plant. However,
a power plant wouldn't stall your bike, sir. Does he not know how motorcycles work?
As the bikes quit running, the men heard a piercing, inhuman scream coming from the woods. When they returned to camp, those who stayed behind said they also heard these screams. That evening, one of the men went into a local bar and told the bartender about the screams in the woods. The man informed the visitor that he most likely had an encounter with the Jersey Devil.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I would believe that over the pig situation.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And then there are videos. I would like to put this on our Instagram or Facebook, whichever. Mm-hmm. We do have both. That one of the most recent sightings occurred in Galloway Township in October of 2015. Little Egg Harbor resident David Black said he was driving along Route 9 near a golf course when he saw what he thought was a llama walking in.
Not a llama.
A llama.
Just a random llama walking down the street?
Yeah. Okay. Walking in and out of the tree line on the side of the road. Suddenly, the creature spread its wings and flew away. He captured the beast's image with his cell phone, and the photo went viral.
Huh.
A few days later, after David Black supposedly captured the Jersey Devil with his cell phone's camera, Emily Martin shot a video of what appears to be the same creature after she spotted it on Old Port Republic Road near Leeds Point. Both Black and Martin swear neither the image nor the video were edited or set up. Some who have seen the photo that went viral and the video say have their suspicions regarding if it was a setup.
Maybe they're thestrals from Harry Potter.
Maybe. But the last known sighting that I can find of him was 2015.
his act together because it's 2024. It's been almost 10 years.
So do we believe in the Jersey Devil?
I mean, I have a hard time with the cryptids and the paranormal, but I'm just saying, if homie's out there, he's living his best life.
I feel like he's a good campfire story.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not gonna lie. He scared the shit out of me when I was little. And I still look for him. But now after doing this research, I'm not scared of the llama with wings.
No. I feel like it's probably a really good story to scare the shit out of kids, but
it did.
Not so much on the, llama with wings. I don't know. Just can't. Man's being like, there's a llama. Holy shit, it's flying. Can you imagine?
Off it goes.
I bet you he saw a unicorn.
Maybe. Was he on drugs? We're not accusing him.
No. He's probably a very credible witness.
Yeah. But I am interested when we're done to see the video. I'm not sure how long the video takes, so I'm not going to play it now.
Okay.
Just in case it's forever. But
right.
I'm going to watch Emily Martin's video later.
Right. And we'll post it to Insta and Facebook, and I'll put a link to it in the pod, and let us know in the comments, do you think it's
the Jersey Devil?
Yeah, or do you think it's a llama with wings?
Never
I
know.
mean, there's some shit out there, so.
All right. So now let's move back a little more homey. We're going to do some urban legends in Delaware.
Ooh.
So this one I found very interesting because I did not know that this was a legend we had here. I actually do want to go to the beach and see it and see if I can see what they're saying. So Cape Henlopen State Park is said to be the origin of the corpse light, a mysterious phantom light with no discernible source. There is no lighthouse at Cape Henlopen, yet people often see lights flashing from the location. The light was allegedly a curse from a local Native American tribe after British soldiers I can't say it, stormed a wedding ceremony and massacred, oh god, it's the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones, and massacred many guests. The tribe conjured up the light as a means to lure ships to doom. So, I'm interested to go to Cape Henlopen one night and see said light.
I have been to Cape Henlopen multiple times.
Okay.
Never seen the light.
Did you look for said light?
No, I also didn't do that.
I gotta do that one day.
But I did, unfortunately, walk through a tick nest, and there were baby ticks everywhere. That was scary.
How many did you get off of you?
Well, actually, they were on my dog. Oh. It was the scariest thing in my life because I don't like bugs.
The scariest thing.
Seriously, the Jersey Devil, nothing. The freaking tick infestation scared the shit out of me.
I can't with you.
I don't like bugs, man. I'd burn the whole house down.
Try having bats in your home. I tried to move.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
I got a situation, but they're on the outside of the home, in the eaves of the how when your attic, you have that little window in your attic for ventilation.
Yes.
So the outside, there's a screen there.
Yeah.
And then the outside has those little slats for decoration.
Mm-hmm.
They're in between the slats and the screen, and there's bat guano. It's a problem. My husband's been up here smacking them with the frickin' stick through the screen, and I'm like, please stop poking these damn bats. I'm not touching them. It's the end of a broomstick.
The guano has the rabies. We need to check this. Okay. Anyway.
Okay, well, that's enough.
Okay, so there's also Fort Delaware. So we know Fort Delaware.
Yeah.
We've all taken many field trips at Fort Delaware.
Yeah.
If you live in Delaware, in one of the 3 counties, you have been to Fort Delaware. Right. So, Fort Delaware is haunted because obviously during the Civil War, Fort Delaware, found on the Delaware River's Pea Patch Island, was originally a prison for Civil War soldiers. Notorious for its conditions that were atrocious, prisoners were housed in wooden barracks and given only small food ratios as well as dirty water. Sometimes rats were even thrown into the crowd, which starving prisoners devoured in desperation.
Oh, that's classy.
About 2,700 men died in the prison. Their spirits are rumored to remain on the Fort Delaware grounds. So have you had a field trip there?
Yeah. So I think every school district goes to Fort Delaware. Like, that's a normal thing for us.
So I don't know when you went to school if it was a big thing where you had to go see the dungeon. Do you remember going down there?
I'm going to be honest. A lot of my school career is mostly a blur. I don't really remember. I mean, I know I went.
Yeah.
Because I remember going, and I remember it being a thing, but I don't remember if we had to go down to the dungeon. Although, I feel like we probably did.
The dungeon's where it's at.
My mom worked for, like, state museums. So, like, she organized a lot of these field trips for us.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure she was, like, all about that fucking dungeon. Like, lock these fucking kids up. So, yeah.
It's a cool area. It's dark.
Yeah, very cool.
It's musky. They do ghost tours there. I'm not a spokesperson for Fort Delaware, but I will tell you I've researched this.
Calm down.
They do ghost tours there during Halloween time.
Okay.
There's actually a very famous Ghost Hunters episode that was filmed at Fort Delaware. And it was really cool because it's supposed to pick up one of the best, I don't know if it's the best, but one of a very famous episode where he, like a ghost pulls his shirt.
I didn't know ghosts could reach out and grab you.
So, after heavy-duty research, it appears that it was a hoax that occurred.
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, I didn't think that was a thing.
But as a child, again.
Yeah, scary shit,
man. I was stoked. I was like, oh my gosh, Delaware has a ghost, and it was on television.
And they're gonna get me!
Yeah, well...
Like, you thought you were gonna go there and they were gonna grab your shirt?
I've never been back since.
Okay, fair enough.
So, but going to sleep, they were coming after me.
Okay, fair enough.
So now we're going to do, which I actually just learned about, and I did discuss with you while we decided we wanted to do this podcast, the dark history of Lum's Pond. So yes. I always knew Lum's Pond had somewhat of a history, but I didn't know it was this dark. It does make sense, though. Lum's Pond is Newcastle County. It's a beautiful area. They have really fun things to do there. You can camp there with your family. I have personally camped there with my family during Halloween time. They have a great little, haunted trail, or not a haunted trail, but a little trail for trick-or-treating. They have that Go Ape Park.
Yes.
Yes, there's actually a woman that died.
Yeah, I was going to say, some lady died there when I was still working up at Christiana, so, it's been a minute.
Yeah, she, so when you do Go Ape, I remember me and my husband actually did it. It was a great time. But you unhook and hook yourself to each of the things, and there isn't a tour person with you. So you're just doing
That's how you die, though.
So I think hers was, I don't know for sure, but I think hers wasn't hooked at something, and she fell and unfortunately died.
Good God.
Yeah, she was just going for a good time. So that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
She was older, so I mean, the fact that she was, I want to say maybe 50s. I could be wrong, but...
I'm going to be sad that you said that 50s are older, because, I'm working my way towards there.
You're not. We're so close in age. I can't with you. So, now has occurred on the ground. We know a tragedy definitely occurred. However, according to the story, there was a young girl who was a runaway from Newcastle County sometime in the 1870s. She ended up hiding out in the woods near Lum's Pond State Park, but ended up coming face to face with a dangerous man also camping in the woods. The man captured her, assaulted her, and murdered her. While authorities found the girl's body quickly, they never apprehended the killer. The girl allegedly died near a bridge on the park's trail.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
She was just trying to live her life, sir. Why you gotta mess with her?
He was. And to this day, now guests report they see the girl's ghost and sometimes hear her screaming when crossing the bridge. Sometimes the temperature also drops dramatically on the bridge. But bridges do freeze before roads, so...
I don't know. I believe in that kind of situation. I would believe in a ghost over the Jersey Llama.
The Jersey Llama. We have renamed you.
I feel like I would believe in a ghost over the llama with wings. Yeah. I don't know. I do feel like some people... I don't know. I do believe in spirits, I guess I want to say.
I agree. I haven't encountered one, but I do believe that there's some that have unfinished business.
Yeah.
That were not given the opportunity to have their story or be found.
Yeah.
They can definitely haunt a place. My other one, so it's kind of two, and I didn't know that there was two when I researched. So there's Crybaby Bridge. Have you heard of this?
I vaguely recall this.
Okay.
Again, not something I'm super familiar with because I don't really dive into this realm. That's your specialty.
So there is Crybaby Bridge in Smyrna.
Uh-huh.
This one is a child that was not wanted, a baby, was thrown over said bridge in Smyrna. Rude. Because why not? And now the theory is this baby. It's like a hulked out baby.
Why do they have to make everything so aggressive?
Really just hulked out baby. Is what you see. Now, I remember growing up hearing about Crybaby Bridge. Me and my friends as teenagers were always like, let's go see. The stories we had growing up was that when you went to Crybaby Bridge, your car would automatically shut off.
Right.
And you would hear a baby crying. Or you would hear a mother searching for her baby.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I did do some research. There is another Crybaby Bridge down in Georgetown area. This is in Sussex County, for those who don't know.
That's weird. A lot of people be throwing all their babies off the bridges.
So this is actually a traumatic story about...
Oh, okay, so not the same thing.
A woman, they believe she was a younger woman, that had a baby, and somehow it led to both their demise. Either she died during childbirth, she died, she tossed her baby over the bridge and also died, there was an accident, she purposely tossed the baby over the bridge, but it is said that you can hear the baby cry, and you can hear her searching for her baby.
Aww.
And that one I do, if that did truly happen. I can't find any reported deaths that occurred in the area, but that one I do think could be legit.
Right.
So, but that is my urban legend.
Okay. All right. Well, urban legends. Do we believe or do we not believe in these things?
Let us know.
So let us know if we believe or do not believe.
Have some demon juice.
Demon juice. It's actually very good. The more I drank it, I drank all of mine, but the more I drank it, the more it grew on me. I mean, I'm still not a huge tequila fan, but the more I drink it, the better it grows on me. It wasn't that it didn't taste good. It was just so strong, I wasn't sure how I would feel about it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have the demon juice. Listen to this. Tell us what you think after you have said demon juice. Do not drive after you have it.
Right, do not, because my girl be going strong with the tequila.
And stay spooky.
And stay safe, because people are wild.